Once upon a time, in a kingdom so far away it feels like a dream, lived a princess named Lin Lan. She wasn't just any princess, she was the heart of the kingdom. Her kindness was a gentle breeze, her spirit as vibrant as the flowers that seemed to blossom wherever she walked. Her laughter, it was pure music, a melody that could make even the grumpiest guard crack a smile. Everyone, from the royal court to the village baker, absolutely adored her. But as with all tales of light, a shadow lurked nearby. Deep in the dark, twisted woods that bordered the kingdom lived an evil witch. This witch wasn't just wicked, she was consumed by envy. She despised Princess Lin Lan's beauty, her goodness, and the love she received so effortlessly. The witch watched from her shadowy lair, her heart turning colder and harder with every peal of the princess's happy laughter that drifted through the trees. One fateful night, when the moon hid behind a thick blanket of clouds and the world was cloaked in darkness, the witch decided to act. She mounted her gnarled broomstick and flew silently, a dark spectre against the night sky, straight towards the glowing palace. She slipped through the shadows, unseen and unheard, until she reached the princess's chamber. With a whisper of ancient wicked words and a flash of green light, she cast a terrible, cruel spell. In the blink of an eye, the beautiful Princess Lin Lan was gone. In her place, a single elegant white swan with eyes full of sorrow took flight, soaring away from her home and into the cold, unforgiving night. The next morning, the sun rose to a kingdom in chaos. The princess's chambers were empty. The king and queen, their faces etched with panic, called her name, their voices echoing through the silent halls. A frantic search began. Guards scoured every corner of the palace. Servants looked under every tapestry, but Princess Lin Lan was nowhere to be found. A heavy blanket of sorrow descended upon the kingdom, silencing the cheerful bustle of daily life. The king, heartbroken but resolute, commanded his men to search the entire land, from the highest mountain peaks to the deepest valleys. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Knights rode out with hopeful banners and returned with slumped shoulders, their faces grim. No one could find a single trace, not a footprint, not a ribbon, not a clue to where their beloved princess had vanished. Meanwhile, miles and miles away, on a secluded, crystal-clear lake surrounded by weeping willows, the white swan spent her lonely days. This was Princess Lin Lan's new life. She would glide gracefully across the water, her heart aching with a profound sadness and a desperate longing to be human again. The other swans didn't understand her sorrow, the silent tears she shed into the water. She was trapped, a princess in a prison of feathers. Her only relief came with the rising of the moon, as the silver orb climbed high into the night sky. Its gentle light would wash over her, and for a few precious hours, the spell would temporarily weaken. The swan would transform back into Princess Lin Lan, her bare feet touching the cool, damp earth at the water's edge. It was then that she would sing, her voice a soft, melancholic melody filled with all her pain and hope, a song that drifted across the still water under the watchful silver light. One evening, a brave young prince from a neighboring kingdom was hunting in the woods near the lake. He was a man of courage and adventure, but as he moved through the trees, he was stopped dead in his tracks by a sound. It was a song, the most beautiful and heart-wrenching melody he had ever heard. It seemed to pull at his very soul. Intrigued and enchanted, he dismounted his horse and followed the sound, moving stealthily through the undergrowth until he reached the edge of the moonlit lake. And there he saw her, a young woman of breathtaking beauty, sitting by the water, tears shimmering on her cheeks like fallen stars. Her song was a lament, a story of loss and longing. The prince, his heart moved with compassion, stepped out from the shadows. He approached her gently, not wanting to frighten her. "Who are you?" he asked, his voice soft. "And why do you sing such a sad song in this lonely place?" Startled, Lin Lan looked up, her tear-filled eyes meeting his. Seeing the kindness in his face, she found the courage to tell him everything. She recounted the story of her happy life in the palace, the envy of the evil witch, and the terrible curse that had been placed upon her. She explained how she was a swan by day and a human only for a few short hours by night. The prince listened, his initial fascination turning into deep admiration and a fierce determination. He saw not just a damsel in distress, but a princess of incredible strength and spirit. Without a moment's hesitation, he made a solemn vow. "I will save you," he promised, his voice ringing with conviction. "I will find this witch, and I will break her spell. You will not spend another day as a swan." True to his word, the prince began his perilous quest the very next day. He knew he had to find the source of the witch's power. Following ancient maps and whispered legends, he journeyed into the darkest, most dangerous parts of the forest, a place where even the bravest hunters dared not tread. He faced monstrous creatures that guarded the witch's path and navigated treacherous landscapes that seemed to shift and change before his very eyes. The forest itself felt alive, its gnarled branches reaching for him, its shadows whispering words of doubt and fear. But the prince's resolve never wavered. The memory of the princess's sad song and the promise he had made fueled his courage. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of struggle, he discovered the witch's dark, hidden cave. Tucked away behind a waterfall of black, stagnant water. Inside, the air was thick with the stench of dark magic. And there, on a pedestal of jagged rock, pulsing with an evil, sickly green light, was the witch's magic wand. He knew instantly that this was the source of her terrible power. As he approached it, the witch appeared in a swirl of black smoke, her eyes burning with fury. A desperate battle ensued. The witch threw curses and fireballs, but the prince, quick and clever, dodged her attacks. He wasn't fighting with hatred, but with a heart full of love and a desire for justice. In a final, daring move, he lunged forward, seized the magic wand, and with all his might, snapped it in two over his knee. The moment the wand broke, a deafening crack echoed through the cave. A shockwave of pure energy erupted, and the witch let out a final, agonizing scream before dissolving into a cloud of black smoke, which then dissipated into nothingness. The evil was gone. At that very same instant, far away on the quiet lake, the white swan felt a warm golden light envelop her. Her feathered form shimmered, and she transformed not into her nightly human self, but into her true, permanent form. The curse was lifted. Princess Lin Lan was herself again, free at last. The prince, exhausted but triumphant, rushed back to the lake. He found Lin Lan standing on the shore, more beautiful than he had ever imagined, her eyes shining with disbelief and overwhelming gratitude. He took her hand, and together they journeyed back to her kingdom. When they arrived at the palace, the guards at the gate stared in stunned silence before erupting into joyous shouts. The news spread like wildfire. The king and queen, who had all but lost hope, rushed out to meet them. Seeing their daughter alive and well, they wept tears of pure joy, embracing her in a hug that held years of sorrow and longing. The entire kingdom burst into celebration. The somber silence was replaced with music, dancing, and laughter that lasted for days. It wasn't long before the brave prince and the enchanted princess, their hearts bound by adventure and love, were married in a grand ceremony. They ruled the kingdom together, their reign marked by the same kindness and wisdom that Lin Lan had always possessed, now strengthened by the prince's courage. And from that day forward, they lived happily, their love story a beacon of hope for all. No one ever saw the evil witch again. But sometimes, on quiet, clear nights, when the moon is full and high in the sky, its silver light still shimmers on the surface of that distant Lake Beautiful, silent reminder of the place where an enchanted princess once sang her lonely, hopeful song. Thank you so much for joining me on this magical journey today. If you enjoyed this fairy tale, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more enchanting stories. We'll see you in the next one.